You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Spirit Quest. I'm your host, Paul Francis, and you are listening to Spirit Quest Radio, coming to you live on the UPRN network. That's 105.3 to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. And welcome. It's good to see you. Joe Sampson's already in the room. Good evening, Paul. Not tuned in for a while. Hello, beautiful, says Leona. I'm assuming she must be talking to Joe. Good to see you, Leona. Hope you're well, my darling. Thanks for being here. And welcome to Spirit Quest as he moves the mic a little bit closer so he can hear himself talking, let alone anybody else. So this Thursday night, tonight is tomorrow night. Yeah, no, I've got one more night to go. Yes, right. Tonight's Thursday night. So I got Thursday night to go, I got Friday night to go, and then I'm going to be the dad of a married woman. Yes, my daughter gets married this coming Saturday, and I get to give her away. I don't like that idea. It's a kind of bittersweet, really, isn't it? It's bittersweet. And we had a bit of an argument yesterday, she and I think it's probably because I actually don't want to let her go. She's with a good guy, with a great guy, actually. They've got a home, they've got two great careers, but I don't think they get it. I didn't get it, and I don't think they get it until they become parents, and then they'll get it. So it's a difficult one. Anyway, let's have a look at who's in the house. Leona says, hi, beautiful. And I'm hoping she's talking to me. Lynn's joined us. Good evening, Lynn. Facebook user. I have no idea who you are. Sorry. I would really, really, really love to say hi to you. So come out of Facebook, go into YouTube. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you look at the bottom of the screen, I'm just about to enter the YouTube link. Boom, there you go. Hit that, any one of those links that I've just put up on the channel there, and it'll take you straight back to the show. Okay, then you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is all free of charge. And of course, when you do subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you click the little bell icon. So every time we release a show, you'll be notified in advance and you won't have to go. I'll be able to see who you are. Michigan is in the house. Michigan, why are you on Facebook? Come out of Facebook, get on to YouTube. Don Haddon, woo-hoo! Hi, Paul Peeps. Good to see you, Don. How are you, sweetheart? What day was I in Truro? What day is this? Today is Thursday. I can't remember what day I was in Truro. It's either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday. And there was a girl that walked past me with dark hair, and she was smoking a cigarette. And I was thinking, is that Dawn? Is Dawn's hair dark? I was wondering, was she? You're not losing your daughter. You're gaining a son. That's enough to make me really sad. Anyway, Mary Erickson has come and joined us as well. Mary, good evening. Good to see you, darling. Anessa has joined us. It's 9:06 p.m. with. Oh no, it's reading at my time. Julie Sharp. Hi, Paul. Missed what you were talking about. Then sorry. Hope Joanna is good. And that moved just a bit too quick. I'm going to bring Julie up onto the screen. There we go. Hi, Paul. Good evening. Missed what you were talking about. Then sorry. Don't ever be sorry, Jules. Appreciate you being here. Hope Joanna as good as she can be. Possibly be lots of love and healing prayers. Appreciate all that. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're not losing Rosie. It's only a ceremony. You're gaining a son-in-law, and all the in-laws are gaining, not losing. Lena's good. Sorry, Paul. No, you need to come sit in my garden. Nope, my hair is blonde. Anessa says it's 4:06 p. I'm going to assume p.m. And is that Vancouver? Is that VA? Is that Van? I'm not too sure where that is, Anessa. But welcome to the show, nonetheless. So, as you know, Thursday night Spirit Quest, Spirit Quest being the journey of life, and I'm more or less open to your whatever you want to talk about. I'm open to your requests. I'm open to your Q&A. I'm open to whatever you need to know. I'm open to learning, discussion, and discovering about you, and helping you discover more about you. And if you haven't had a copy of my book, or either of my books, The Safe Way, you can buy The Safe Way, or you can get a copy of The Little Book of Quick Wisdom. I personally advise both of them. They were written all about you guys. So make sure you get a copy of those. Julie says, oops, not washed up or watered tubs yet. It's hot, isn't it? It is hot to be able to keep things moist. I notice every time I water the flowers and the plants and the bushes, within 2 hours, the ground's cracking again. Oh, Virginia and SSS. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Welcome to the show, Vanessa. I hope you're not too nervous about the speech at Rosie's wedding. Congratulations for her. Am I worried about the speech? Weirdly enough, I can do seminars. I've done huge shows in front of millions of people. I've done huge shows in front of hundreds of thousands of people in the audience. I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I've been in movies, television shows. And yes, I'm nervous. Would you believe that? Yeah, I am. And what I don't want to do is turn on professional Paul. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really want to turn on professional Paul, because professional Paul then becomes professional, and it's very streamlined. And I kind of want to be dad. I just want to be dad. I don't want to be professional Paul, if you know what I mean. So when you start going into present, see, it's an after, well, it's supposed to be after dinner speech. This one's weird. It's before dinner, but it's supposed to be about the discussion of how we got to where we are, i.e., Rosie, me, blah blah blah. and little sort of comedic anecdotes about the journey, and sort of like, you know, um but I find that if I become a presenter, you then you start being sort of more articulate, more, well, the days happened when the things like this happened, and you become, articulate and professional, where it should be, oh god, you never know how, but I got to be relaxed. Just that's what I'm trying to get across, really. Odessa is saying, I would love a connection if you're drawn. Odessa, I don't do reads on a Thursday night, my darling. I do them on Monday nights. Thursday nights is all about discovery. It's all about learning about the process, learning about connections, learning about how you take, and how you take and how your takes connect to spirit. So it's more about that. Alrighty. Um, well, okay. Dawn Adams says, my dad dropped kicked me down the aisle. I've got two daughters, 18 and 13. A while to go before weddings. I wouldn't say that. Mm, tell ya, I tell ya. It seemed like, just a wee while ago she was born, and now, and the weird thing about it is, I remember every moment, every second of when she was born. I remember it vividly. And now I'm walking her down the aisle, and it seemed to go like that, boom. And it kind of like, it's a good teaching point. It's a good teaching point for me to tell you guys, hey, listen, that time went in a fraction of a second. So don't waste time. Don't let time zoom by. Don't let it just overtake you. Literally be aware of every moment of every day. Okay. And make sure you get the optimum out of every moment of every day. So it's a bit like that. No need to apologize, Anessa. You don't know until you ask. My mom always taught me, you don't know until you ask. Oh, you're not doing this tonight, but if you don't know that, you don't, and you never know. I might have had a link. I don't know. But Thursday nights is more. It's called Spirit Quest, the journey of life. So it's a really, Anessa, I'd be very, very happy to answer questions for you. So far out with questions, and let me help you discover a path to a closer connection for spirit for yourself. I'm happy to do that. I feel like I'm moving slowly in the right direction. I've been so positive, but so hard to deal with. Everything that's going on with my family, please ask my angel to keep helping me. They're all around me. Um, so just keep your positive side up, Leona. Keep that energy and your chin up, knowing that you're heading towards a very, very positive outcome. And don't ever allow that to waver. So your positive outcome is your goal, and do not let go of the goal. The goal has to be, I know I'm going to come out of this on the best possible tense. I know I'm going to get and receive everything that I want in the way I want it. And don't waver, and don't allow that to waver, because it's called the law of positivity and the law of attraction. The law of positivity means that what you give off as energy, you receive as energy, hence the name law of attraction. So if you give off, I'm positive, I'm really happy, but in the back of your mind, you're going, I know I'm not, this is not going to work, then that's the attraction. You know this is not going to work. And the universe will respond in, all right, you don't want it to work, we'll not make it work. Simple as that. I've been so open to spirit and feel like they're guiding me to open my third eye. Well, I've a lot of people come to me recently in relation to starting their discovery, their world of discovery, their motivation towards learning about connection to spirit. And I wholeheartedly endorse that, and I wholeheartedly motivate that, and I wholeheartedly help people to do that. Some of you know, some of you don't know. I'll be doing a seminar in the not too distant future, where I will bring you to meet your guides. Okay, so you'll join the seminar, and I will teach you, and I will take you, and you will meet your guides. And it's that simple. I do have a training program, and that training program is going to be filmed a bit later on this year, and you'll be able to buy the program, where it'll be me and you in your home, and you'll be able to do it level 1, level 2, level 3, and you'll be able to use that program in developing yourself. Okay, so it's really cool. Um, Hi, Paul, and everyone. Congratulations, Paul, says Rachel. Thank you, Rachel, my darling. Um, yeah, I'm going to be the father of a married daughter. The only bit that I'm going to get out of this is that I'm looking forward to is the grandchildren. I genuinely am. I really, 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 really am looking forward to becoming a granddad. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be a cool granddad. That's what I'm going to do. So keep coming with the questions, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, please, please, please like the show. Make sure you click that like button, especially if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, come out of Facebook and join us on YouTube. So smash that like button, and don't forget to share the show. It's very important that you guys share the show, because we need to start bringing in more people. Because if we don't, the YouTube, sorry, not the YouTube channel, beg your pardon, the radio station will just become stale, and so we need to start bringing in more people. There's a lot happening on UPRN Talk Radio. Don't forget, right after my show tonight, you have Michelle and Amelia with with their show Outer Realms, and it's a great show, by the way. Make sure you stick around and watch that. But there's a lot of great stuff happening, but we really, really need to invite more new people to come and join us. So please do that for me. Dawn says, "Nah, Papa Paul, stop it. Oh, stop it, Dawn." Julie Sharp says, "Grandchildren are priceless, amazing love, and love them all so very much. You see, I'm going to fill them full of sugar. Full. I mean, literally, there'll be white sugar crystals falling out of their ears. They're going to be hyper, nuts, screaming, shouting, and not sleep. Then I'm going to look at my daughter and go, now it's your turn. Ding." And they're going to go, "We want to go back and see Granddad Paul." And Rosie and Joel will go, "No, you're not coming back." And there'll be a war. So anyway, welcome to this Thursday night. If you've just joined us, it's great to see you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and be a part of my show. Wherever you are, be it in the afternoon, they're in the United States, be it late in the evening in the Australian areas, be it before or just after my time here in UK and Europe, welcome nonetheless. Kelly, she says, "Hey Paul, I switched over here." Kelly, thank you. Make sure you now subscribe to the show. Subscribe. See, the brain is working, but the words are not just getting to here. Subscribe to the show and make sure you click the bell icon. So every time we do a show, you'll be notified in advance. You won't have to think about it anymore. It'll just go bling. Paul's show's coming on in 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever the case may be. So make sure you guys, if you have not had a copy of my book, I would suggest you do get it, especially if you're going to join on the show. On the seminar. If you're going to come on the Meet Your Guide seminar, get a copy of my book. It'll help you a lot. Okay. It took me a whole year to write. And every time I wrote, I'd think of more stuff and I'd add more and I'd take some away. And in fact, there are 3 versions of the Safeway. There's the original version of the Safeway, then there's the updated version of the Safeway, and then there's the biggest version, which is the last version of the Safeway, and that's the Safeway Deluxe, and that's it. It's not going to get updated again. Okay, I'm currently writing a book called Walking with the Light, and I just finished and released a book called The Little Book of Quick Wisdom. That's available to you guys as well. So the Little Book of Quick Wisdom is brilliant. I'm very, very, very proud of it. It's designed so that you literally, if you're like having a day where you just can't figure the day out, the idea is you open the book at any place and it will just realign your thoughts, realign your emotional stasis, and help you figure where you are and come into your day again from a different perspective. So that's hence the name, The Little Book of Quick Wisdom. So go and look for that as well. Randy says, "Hi, Paul, and everybody. Hi, Randy. Welcome to the show. Valerie Kesterson says, hello, Paul. Everyone, sorry, running late as usual. Valerie, please, honestly, thank you for being here. You're not running late, and I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you very, very kindly. I appreciate it. Um, so I don't get very many questions from you guys tonight, so do fire away with the questions. Um, so I don't know if you've noticed a lot lately, but there seems to be like a huge energy shift around the globe at the moment. I predicted at the end of last year that this year was going to be an eye opener for the human race. Okay. And that's nothing to do with COVID, by the way. I've noticed that a huge amount of the governments are starting to waver and topple. That's a big thing because they're being called out by the public. And about bloody time, to be honest with you. They're being called out by the public because they're running the country for their own personal gains and not for the country's benefit. Um, the monetary scenarios around the world are starting to really balance out, which is great as well. It means there's not idiots out there making ridiculous money off the back of everybody else. But my biggest prediction is we are going to be contacted in a big way by another race. Okay. I'm totally convinced of that. And what's happening? More and more people are coming out of the woodwork. More and more people are coming out of government saying, for example, there was a very, very high level security guy come out of the American government saying, yep, we don't have one spaceship, we have multiples of what they call exotic craft that have landed or crashed on the earth. Multiples. It's time. It's time. Suzanne has joined us all the way from Egypt. Good evening, or good. Actually, what time of the day is it in Egypt? That'll be interesting to find that out. You guys are going to be the best grandparents, and of course, the coolest ones, says Leona. I think it's time to change my life, says Vanessa. Is there right or wrong? Every single day, Vanessa, my darling. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for being here. Every day is a new opportunity to change your life. Every single day, every day, you can get up and go. What I do, right? So I don't try and change my life in a single day. I set out goals to do that. However, I say, like, for an example, say I'm fed up with doing something and I go, do you know what? Right, that's it. Today is the last day. I'm giving myself today. That's it. Tomorrow when I get up, different. So if whatever it is that I'm trying to give up, I'll give today my last opportunity to do whatever that is. Something ridiculously simple like chocolate. Right. Okay. I'm going to give myself today. Today's the last time I'm going to eat chocolate. So if you're going to eat chocolate, get it in now because that's not from tomorrow. It's over. So when you get up tomorrow morning, it is the opportunity and the beginning. Not like, oh, I'll start my diet on Monday. No, you starting your diet now. You said last night you were gonna finish what you were doing and you can start tomorrow. So when you wake up in the morning, it is the beginning. So every opportunity is there for you to take. Every opportunity is there for you to establish, and every opportunity is there for you to exploit. So if you don't exploit an opportunity, it's like taking a shot at a goal, or sorry, a football sitting in front of an open goal, and you're just not going to put it through the goal. So, and that's where the old concept comes out: is you'll always miss 100% of the goals you don't take. Alrighty, so get up and make a conscious decision to go, boom, I'm going to do it today. My advice, though, Vanessa, is motivation is best when you set it at a level that's achievable. Alrighty. Um, so motivation is best when you set a level of achievement. So set your levels of achievement so that they're achievable, and then do multiples of achievable efforts. And then what'll happen is you'll get into a mode, or you'll get into a your whole modus operandi, your whole way of thinking is you're a goal achiever. Okay, no matter how big or how small the goals, you'll become habitual in your achievement of goals. Then you start stepping or ramping up the goals. But because you're now an habitual achiever, you'll start getting those. Then you ramp it up again, and so on and so forth until no matter what how big or bad the goal is, you'll achieve it because your mind says, "Well, I'm an achiever. I'm going to achieve it." So it's really important to put that into perspective and set yourself out to be able to achieve whatever it is you want to go after, and everything is achievable. Vanessa, today is the day to start. Give yourself the rest of the day for Vanessa and start brand new Vanessa tomorrow morning as soon as you get up. Government says Donald Hatton, the banks, all the biggest elites are being wiped out. Bring on the higher beings. They're on their way. Well, they're not on their way. They're already here. That's right. I'm absolutely convinced of that. The right change is always for the perfect. The right change is always the perfect time. Valerie says, "What are they going to call you?" I'm Honey. My husband is Pat Paul. Congratulations, by the way, Valerie. Says Valerie. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Um, I'm just gonna switch on the light in the studio. There we go. I genuinely don't know what they will call. I would be. I'll be happy with anything. Granddad, Grampy, whatever. I'm kind of like quite happy with, as long as they're healthy and safe and happy. That's all I need. But I just want to be. I just want to be, cool granddad. That's what I want to do. I'll be doing things like taking them up flying and stuff. And then poor old Rosie and Joel will have to follow that. Miriam, welcome to the show. How are you? Good to see you. Leona says tomorrow is the first day of my brand new life. Boom! There you go, girl. Make it happen. And what I used to put this phrase all over the place. I put it on my fridge, freezer. I put it on my computer screens, wherever. The phrase is now. You guys, I want you to say it out loud. Say it with me, but say it out loud. Say it audibly. Say, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, then it's up to me. Okay. If if change has to happen within my life, it's up to me to make that change happen. If it's to be, it's up to me. And I used to sit down on my computer screen. You knew the way the little thing would bounce around. It would say, if it's to be, it's up to me. And it would bounce around the screen like that. I would write it down. I put it in places every time. And you start to waver, you look back and you see it and you go, right now. Okay, if I want my life in a specific way, then it's up to me to make it happen. Simple as that. I said that to a couple of people the other day, and they were like, "Oh, can spirit help me do this? Can spirit help me do that?" Um, and I say, look, spirit's not here to live your life for you. That's your job. It's kind of like when the baby is born, the following day, giving it GCSEs and A levels and degrees from university. Oh, don't worry about it. There you go. They're done. What's the point? Right, you haven't achieved anything, you haven't learned anything. So spirit people, our friends and family in spirit, they've been to college, they've been to school, they've been to university, and they've got the degree, and that's where they are now. So it's up to us to go to school, college, university, and get the degree. It's up to us. If it's to be, it's up to me. Facebook user says, "Hi Paul, how's everything going?" Thank you for asking. I'm going to assume that that little kiss there at the end there is coming from a young lady. Back. Everything's going pretty good, but I'd love to be able to say who you are. And because you're coming through Facebook, this is what we get. Let's have a look. What happened there? The grandchild will call you what they want, and when they speak, it'll be fine. Gina Bankston, Gina, welcome to the show. Miriam says, "I love that saying. Nice words there, Paul. Thank you, Miriam. That's very, very kind." Um, and Julia says, "Where are re babies in the world these days? The future. Well, you should never ever be worried about. See, okay, Julia. Okay, listen. Okay, while you're worrying, what kind of energy are you giving off? Okay, you're sitting there going, "Oh my, oh my." You're already creating scenarios in your head for the children that haven't happened. Okay, so what kind of energy are you sending out? Alrighty. Remember what I said, the law of attraction. The law of attraction states it you will attract to you that kind of energy you give off. So when you're sitting with your head down thinking the world is in the crapper for our children, which it isn't, by the way, then you're only giving off that negative energy and you're going to attract negative energy. So no, I believe that my grandchildren are going to have a far, far better world in relation to its cleanliness, to its understanding, to its treatment of humanity. They're going to have far, far more cleaner atmospheres than we ever did. Look what happened to the world when COVID hit. Okay, COVID shut the world down, not just a country, though, bang, the world shut down. All right. And you know what? I think we should have a shutdown, very, very similar to COVID, for at least a month to 2 months every year without fail. Alrighty. And what will happen is you will see the seas clean up, the rivers will clean up. Look what happened to the skies.
Removicartists.com. When river water meets sea water, the light of fresh water rises
Alexa,
over the.
quiet. Thank you. She must have heard me said something. Anyway, um, look what happened to the world. The skies were clear. We could all the stars were crystal clear. The rivers were clearer. The seas were clearer. The sun was brighter. We need that. We need that. If we could shut the world down for a month, a year, where everybody stops working and we all stay in and we spend that quality time with our families, not go away on holiday, no, or vacation, just stay at home for a month. You watch how this world will recover. Um, Gina says, thank you. You're welcome, Gina. No, says Julia. Paul, you idiot, pay attention. You're not paying attention to me, Paul. You're an idiot. Thank you, Julia. No, I'm positive with my grandchildren, but as a grandparent in this current world, the family grieving for not even until. All right, I'm with you. I watched that about the families grieving in Nottingham. I watched a program the other day where there was a little moron. Actually, do you know what? Moron would give him a level, and I don't even want to give him that, where he was totally happy about going into a school with an automatic weapon and just killing. And he was like, I didn't get enough of him. How can you ever win in that? But what I will say is this: karma is very real, very, very real. Karma, already, and karma must be settled. I get asked the amount of people who set me up already. They try to set me up. I mean, it's a dumb thing to try and set me up in the first place. But anyway, let's address the elephant in the room. Tell me this. So you're trying to tell me everybody goes to heaven? Yeah. What is it? There's no multiples of heavens. There's one. Okay. So you're trying to tell me Hitler went to heaven? Yep. Oh, he didn't go to hell? There is no hell. Hell was man-made. Okay. It was created by the leaders of the Christian church at the time to say, if you don't do what we tell you, you're going to end up in a pit of fire. Okay. Okay. So, listen, I can't imagine hell being any worse than where we're in right now. So, um, so you're trying to tell me that Hitler was just like, oh, all of the sins were wiped clean? No, I never said that. I said karma must be settled. Okay. And it will be settled. So whatever happens to the tyrants of the world, no matter if they're at a level of Hitler or right down to a level of some little cretin shooting or stabbing somebody, it will be settled and it has to be settled. Okay. We settle it in our justice system. That's a joke. We settle it in the so-called justice system we have here, and then that karma doesn't go unanswered. So it's very real. Trust me. Is that you CIA, Alexis Spy Speaker? They're watching you. They're always. That sounds like oh gosh, what do you call that movie? Um, oh gosh, you know the animated film where they got Monsters Inc. I'm watching, always watching that one. Um, I would love to do a group prayer meditation for the children of the world. Miriam, yep, absolutely, absolutely, go for it. See that there? I just ruined my throat. Um, Anne Gamble's joined us. Hello, Anne. How are you today? Been past your house twice today, by the way. Still waiting for karma on my ex who beat me regularly and mentally until I left. He's fallen up. He's fallen on his feet again. Julia, trust me, it will. Please, please, please believe me. But remember as well, Julia, while you're focused on him getting negative energy, you're giving off negative energy. And what does that do? It attracts negative energy. Okay. My advice to you, my darling, is let go of the past, forgive the past, forgive yourself, and open your heart and mind and soul to all the great things that are about to come to you. Okay. And once you decide tomorrow morning that you're no longer going to hang on to the issues of the past, let them go. Just let them go because they're in the past and can't be changed. And don't focus your energies on the person who created those atrocities. But something I learned from Tony, I forgot his surname now, the motivational speaker. He said, approach those people who did you harm, approach those people who bullied and made you suffer, and approach them with the thought of this: thank them. And you're thinking, I remember what I was thinking there. Sorry, I didn't maybe I misheard what you said. Go to the people who bullied me all right through my life. Go to the people who beat me up and made me feel low and small and thank them. Are you out of your mind? He said, no. Go to them and thank them because they made you stronger. They made you better, and they made you distinguishable against what shouldn't happen, against what should. So they taught you a lot more than they ever did bad to you. And if you go in with that mind, with that mindset, you will always win. Get in there. Yeah, Monsters Inc. Right. Is there any chance of a short meditation for everyone tonight, Paul? Your last one was amazing. No, not tonight, Lynn. This is the Spirit Quest. Thank you. I don't focus on him. Sorry, just making a. I have a brilliant 6-year relationship now, even better. That was just that made me think of it at the end. Boy, am I stronger. There you go. There you go, Jules. And thank you for sharing that with us, by the way, because you've just taught you've taught millions of people more. There's a lot of people watching the show tonight. There's a lot of people listening to us on FM radio, and there will be millions of other people watching and listening later. So you have just taught a lot of people. Well done, you. Lessons learned, Paul. So very, very true, says Julie Sharp. Julie Evans, I feel you. Please sit back and watch karma happen. Went through it for 16 years. Don't sit back and watch karma happen, guys. Sit back and allow great things to come to you. Let the karma look after the situations that you no longer need. You're no longer attached to those situations. Let them go. The very fact that you're thinking about them means you're still attached. Okay? Like I said, thank those situations and those people. You don't have to do it like physically. You don't have to walk up and go to your ex-husband and go, thank you for beating me. I mean, I would like look at you and go, okay, you're misinterpreting what I've said. Thank them for making you a stronger person. Thank them for making you understand what's right and wrong. Thank them for being being able to rise above people who are as low as that. So you are strong. You're strong of mind. You're strong of heart. You're strong of will, and you're very strong of spirit. Remember that, and don't ever forget that. So, how can I better myself? I'll tell you how you can better yourself. One of the strongest remedies in this world is laughter. That's one of the strongest medicines as a body can keep. I mean, for an example, if you have um, an intake of sugar, okay, actually, weirdly enough, okay, one of the greatest releases, one of the releases that, okay, let me just go back a smidge more. One of the ways that makes us feel happy is a release of endorphins. Okay, we release endorphins in our brain, and we get this overwhelming feeling of happiness. And now, what I should have said that first, and then we move on to what releases those. So, intakes of things like sugar, food, alcohol, and situations. Alrighty. Now, weirdly enough, you're in love, you're happy, and you walk along a beautiful beach while on vacation with the person you love, and so on and so forth. Yes, endorphins are going to be released. But what do you think is the biggest release of endorphin? What do you think? I'm asking you guys out there tonight. What is the biggest release of endorphins you can get? So I'm going to go into our little break to promote the radio show, and then I'm going to come back and I want you to answer me. So, what do you think is the biggest release of endorphins that makes you feel good? You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. Hi, and welcome back, and thank you for listening to us tonight on UPRN Talk Radio, coming to you live from the beautiful city of New Orleans on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM. Don't forget, the UPRN network is growing, and there are plethoras of great shows for your entertainment. Follow me tonight is my beautiful pals Michelle and Amelia with their show, The Outer Realms. Don't forget to hang around for that. Now let's have a wee look. Love what is that? Anne says, "What? Life is for living. Go find your happy. That's why I feel good on you, girl. I'm with you 100% on that. It's not how you fall, it's how you rise, Leona. Perfection. Okay, love and laughter. So I asked you, what's the biggest release of endorphins? Love and laughter. After a rather exotic marriage, toxic, sorry, Mary. Sorry, Mary. I don't know what my mind saw there. After a rather toxic marriage, what ended up by his passing, I knew I had to forgive. Good on you, girl. Good on you. Miriam says smiling. Anne says laughter. Crying with laughter every time. So true, Paul. I'm a strong woman. By the way, Ronnie, welcome to the show, my love. I'm a strong woman now because of what I went through in the past. Now I'm not weak. I'm positive. Yes, get in there. Everybody's going on the happiness and the complimenting, the laughing. Laughing, great sense of humor, grandchildren. The way Julia being happy is the best revenge. Do you know what the fastest relief endorphins in your mind, in your brain is? That was the question. Fright, fear, bang, boom, snap. If you look at anybody who's immediately shocked and with fear, you go, whoa, and they go, whoa. The first thing they do is they start laughing. Everybody starts laughing. If you're watching a horror show, something happens in the show, everybody goes ah, and then they start laughing because your brain immediately releases endorphins and puts you into the fight or flight mode. So it's why people love horror. That's why I love horror movies. And if you jump out at somebody, they shout and scream. Some of them wet themselves, but they immediately start laughing. That's the fastest relief of endorphins. And it's a medical true fact. You can look that up if you don't believe me. But everybody you see who gets scared, the very first thing they do is start laughing. It's just mind-funnily amazing. And it's why, not so much men really, to be honest with you, but it's why ladies absolutely love horror shows, horror movies. I'm not into horror movies at all. I'm a big fan of movies like Jaws. I love the movie Jaws. The story of it was really good. When we got into Jaws 3 and 4, it was getting a wee bit, what's Jaws 5 going to be like? as you kind of like driving up the road in a truck. No, it's kind of Jaws 1 and 2, yes. Jaws 3, 4, nah. Yes, fear. It's the fright that doesn't make you feel good. It's no, it's the what makes you feel good is the release of endorphins. Makes your stomach fall through your body. My immediate reaction would be to hit out. Then who's laughing? Dawn, I can't wait for you to be on the ghost hunting shows with me. I can't wait to be on the ghost hunting shows with you. Valerie says it even states in the Bible that if you wrong someone, it will come back to you threefold, and 9 out of 10 they don't even know they've even harmed you. I like Ghost Adventures and Kindred Spirits. Don't mind a thriller, but I definitely don't like horror, says Sandra. Yeah, you'd be surprised. So if I said to you, Sandra, there's a great vampire film coming on, a really great vampire, you're not going to watch it? Of course you are, because you want to be scared. Oh no, poop. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I have a habit of doing that. Okay. It's when we're doing the ghost paranormal, when they're doing the investigations, I'm 100% professional, because at the end of the day, what I want my shows to do, what I want my purpose to be, is to prove that the life carries on after the physical death. So if we do that and I get physical evidence of spirit, then that's physical proof of life carrying on after death, and that's why I do ghost hunting. But I'm also very comedic. I remember being invited to do. It's actually a place that most haunted visited, Pengusic Castle, and we weren't picking up a lot at all. Okay, we did pick some cool stuff up. We weren't picking a huge amount up. Anyway, two of my friends were there were two ladies, and they were chatting away, and I was picking up my pace a little bit every time. So they were getting a little bit further and further behind me, and I was watching them. They were getting fully intense in their conversation, and they didn't see me jump behind a tree. And they were walking along, yakety 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 yak yak yakety yakety yak 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 yak, and I jumped. I went, "Wah!" God. I think one of them actually released some wee, and one of them like, "Why did you do that?" And both of them started laughing. But it's funny. Sue Vinicum is in the house. Sue, hello. How are you tonight? Good to see you, my love. Yeah, I've got a habit of doing that. So, or just slamming on the door. I do that around the house here. If say if someone's gone into one of the bathrooms and they don't know that I'm there, I'll creep up and just slam the bathroom door with my hand, bang, like that. And you hear a scream coming out of the bathroom. I'm forever doing that. I do that all the time. Julia says, I don't like vampire films. Did you know the vampire movie was written by an Irishman? Did you know that? Irishman invited vampires. Invented the vampire. I have a weird humor around spirits and death. I need to make light where I can. We are going to be a right pair on investigations, so you can be absolutely assured of that. But like I say, when we're doing the main investigation, I'm very professional. We have multiples of peoples. We'll have people doing the actual investigation. We'll have presenters. I will have investigators, and we'll have what are they called? People who do the investigation about the information about the property. So, and then all of the data we put together and present the show. So it's cool. It's hard to sneak up on me, says Sandra. Really? Is that a challenge? Hmm. Oh, did you hear that sinister laugh? Johanna said that to me. She said to me, "You scared the crap out of me." This is a couple of years back. She said, "You scared the crap out of me," and I said, "Well, did I bang the door in the bathroom?" She goes, "No." You were in bed sleeping. She said, "How the hell could I scare the crap out of you if I was in bed sleeping?" She goes, "You just turned over and went," and then carried on sleeping. She goes, I couldn't close my eyes. I went, really? I don't even remember dreaming, never mind giving a sinister cackle in the middle of the night. But hey, it's fun. Sandra, I will gladly take that challenge. We'll come down, Don. So don't want them coming home without me, though. No, they don't do that. Okay, you've been watching too much TV. All right, spirits don't hop on your back and follow you home. Um, they come up if someone's invited them, basically. So anyway, as Lynn is saying, please share the show. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all share the show. Actually, Lynn doesn't speak like that. She's got a Mancunian accent, a northern accent. I've been on some ghost hunts, but Barry Pomeroy freaks me right out. Who's Barry Pomeroy? I don't know who that is. Um. Anyway, come on. Kelly's laughing her head off. That's good to see. Anyway, come on. Let's go. Let's get let's get some questions going here. You guys got any questions for me tonight that I can help you with, and I can help enlighten your day? I can imagine Sue being on, because Sue's the size of your thumb, So I imagine she'll just jump along and you'll be holding onto your leg. So Sandra says, I have a Western American accent. Y'all speak like this here, y'all. Oh, look who's in the house, my dear, dear, dear pal Crystal. Hello, sweetheart. How great to see you. I hope you're well, my love. Let's get together. I need to get the next sort of weekend and week out, and Crystal, and we'll spend some time together. We need to catch up anyway. When she came into the room, I grabbed her ankles from under the bed, and she grabbed her pants. It was hilarious. Yes, Dawn, that is my cup of tea. Emma Lorimer says, "Hi, Paul. Sorry for getting late. Hope you and your wife are well." Emma, thank you for being here. Don't ever apologize for being late. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I appreciate you. Lancashire, not Mancunian, not broad Lancashire accent. It's a place in Devon, the Grey Lady. Gotcha. Well, let's get. And basically, when we get, it's all. I'm just literally, my hands are behind my back with the solicitors of the Southwest, the lawyers of the people listening in America of the Southwest where I live. They are beyond the word slow. I've seen snails move faster than these guys, which is putting the whole realm of stress on everybody, because the poor guy who owns his house wants it back, and he needs it back now, and we're like, we can't move yet because the other house isn't ready. So anyway, what is my favorite crystal? My favorite crystal. Do you know what? My favorite crystals are those that have been presented to me, given to me. They're my favorite. I have crystals. Normally when I'm working on Monday night, ask me that question again on Monday night, Miriam, and I will show you them. I don't have them out tonight. I always put my crystals out when I'm working on a Monday night. I have crystals that I have literally from when I started work 35 years ago, and I still have the same crystals. I always work, and you'll never see me without a crystal that was presented to me by my baby Madison. That's with me all the time. So the crystals that are presented to me are my favorites. A question, says my darling pal, Crystal Rose. How do you go about not working from home? I'm guessing she shed. A she shed? Man cave. How do you go about not working from home? Well, when I was first starting out my career, I worked from home in my living room like everybody else, probably. And then it wasn't fair in the family, so I had what's called a lean-to built on the house, and I turned it into an office, and I started working from there. But then again, it was like telling everybody in the house, "Listen, guys, I'm doing reads. Can you keep it down?" And it wasn't fair to my family. So then I had a building built right out the back of the house, and That's where you guys would have seen me, and a lot of my shows were presented from there. The radio shows were all presented from there, and it became a studio, and it was quite big. And so I do all my work from there. Really, my my new home is going to have a dedicated built studio. All right, let's have a look at. Well, that was a good question, Crystal. Thank you so much. And Miriam, great question. Thank you so very much for asking. Not Southern, unless I've been talking to my mama's family. I love that accent. I love that accent, Sandra. I find the info on your first book, The Safeway, very useful. The Crystal, thank you very, very much. That's coming from someone who works in the field. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, Julie, it's in the woods, small castle. I can't wait to see that. What's my favorite talisman? Oh, probably that one there, Crystal. There you go. I can't take it off because it's silver, and it's a medal of Our Lady, and Mary is one of my guides. So that's my favorite talisman. I never go. Never without it. And I have talismans by my side of my bed as well, which were given to me by my mom and people like that. Energies again, once presented to me. This was presented to me by Johanna, okay? Our Lady of Lourdes, or Mary, um, Mother of Jesus, or whatever you want to call it. But she is one of the ascended masters and one of my guides. So, um, thank you for that question, by the way. That's a really cool question. Thank you. What about yours, Crystal? What's yours? All y'all. Have you got a favorite talisman? Something you always kind of carry with you guys? Um, let's see. Roger is in the house. I had to do a reading. Like that's an excuse. I mean, are you kidding me? You had to do a reading. I mean, a reading. Mate, thank you for being here after that. Thank you. Usually when I finish the reading, I'm wiped out and I just want to go and lie down. Thank you for being here. I hope you and Faye are doing well, my dear, dear, dear friend. Um, I have a crystal cave, says Dawn Hatton. It's a safe place outside of the house, as known as the garage. Boom! As we say, she's not too tightly wrapped. Right. Everybody said hi to Roger. Mother Mary is awesome. Yeah, she is. She very. What do I feel when I've got her around me? When she's close to me, it's a feeling of everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. That's the feeling, really. I can't pronounce it in any other way. Yeah, just everything's going to be fine. You're doing good work, and everything's going to be good, and I'm going to look after you, and we're going to do this together, and we're going to help people. That's it. That's pretty much it. I'm kind of opening myself up to get a good explanation for you guys. It's like, I'm going to look after you. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. You're doing the right things. You're doing well because I'm here. You're going to be fine, and we're going to help people together. And that's how I feel when she's around. Aside from crystals, my pentagram ring that I purchased in Tintagel. Ooh, the healer. A symbol I used to rebuke. Or do you just like go like that and rebuke them with the talisman right in the middle of the forehead? I don't leave the house without my organite pendant, says Dawn. I do change them every now and again, but always have one or two. Always have a spare to me. Good, yes, and we can still talk about that little business concept. By the way, Dawn Atom, blue lace, agate, and rose quartz is Sandra. Although I have quite a few selenite pieces as well. And rose quartz is fantastic to keep by your bed, by the way, guys. It helps you because it's got a very, very low frequency. It helps you calm and it helps you sleep better. So if you can keep a big chunk of rose quartz by the side of your bed, perfect. Perfect. Her Miriam says her favorite stone is numite. Do you know what? I can't think what numite is. Gone blank.
It is. I am late and I'm tired. I have not stopped since first thing this morning. Oh, another. This is the week. This is the week. I'm going to tell you guys. Tomorrow morning, I take Maya to school for the last time. So, I take Maya to school for the last time. She starts college in the fall. Um, and my Rosie gets married on Saturday. So it's kind of like, what in God's name has happened? What happened to my life? Was that my life? Did you see that? That was my life. Just went down there, wasn't it? So so I take Maya to school for the last time. Oh my God, I got so upset when she stopped primary school. I was so upset. And now she's off to she's finishing school, high school, for our American friends, and then she starts college in, as we call autumn, and you guys call the fall. We call it the fall in Ireland as well, by the way. So, can I ask for your personal reasons? Have you ever gone? Let's bring Valerie's up because it's a big question. Uh, Call asking for personal reasons. Have you ever gone into a place and knew that it was haunted and have encountered an evil spirit that you were scared of? No. Well, yes, yes, but the thing about it is, Valerie, it's a huge, huge, huge misconception. Okay, of what evil is. Okay, these crappy TV shows that go ghost hunting are blaming everything on demons and evil spirits and blah 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 crap. All right, let me just tell you, evil in its truest sense doesn't come up and go. Oh, evil in its truest sense is very, very, very sneaky. It's very in the background, and it works on layers and wearing down, and it strikes when people are at their lowest, when they're at their lowest emotionally and the lowest in physical sense. In other words, they're knackered, wiped out, tired, and they're lowest at their emotion. Then it starts to work on its victim. It doesn't run out the door looking like a big Grizzly Adams and go, "Ah." Nah, okay, that's not how it works. So, have I gone to a place now? See, the thing about it is, I went to a particular place which I know was there was black masses held in it and so on and so forth, and there was a few things happening with the team that I was really kind of on edge about. But then when I sat back some weeks later and thought about it, and I think, was I on edge because I knew in advance what was going on at that place and didn't go in there with a clear mind, clear head, and very, very protected? I mean, I won't walk through the door of a property without having already done all my protection. So, but the weird thing about that particular place was we were standing there. It was an old church, but we didn't go into the church grounds. We were standing at the entrance to an old graveyard, which was the opposite side of the road. And two of us were standing there, and we went to walk. Our feet wouldn't move. Literally, it feels like something was holding us locked down to the floor, and our feet wouldn't move. And I was like, "Oh!" And he said to me, "My feet's stuck." And I went, "So am mine." And we couldn't move our feet. And I was starting to panic for a millisecond or two, and I went, "Oh, what am I doing?" Breathe in, fill my aura and fill my auric field full of the white light of love and divine protection, and my feet were released. So, sensible thinking, cautious understanding of where I am, what I'm doing, and who I am, and it took over. That took over. Okay, so evil, nah. Mischievous, yeah, that's different. Massive difference. Congratulations to Rosie, says Crystal, my darling. Thank you so very much. Um, Valerie says, "Excuse me, I use that stupid microphone thing. It came up weird." Valerie, it's fine. It's scary. They do grow up quick. Honestly, when I literally vividly closed my eyes, and I remember holding Rosie, fitted into her head fitted into my hand, and her little back and bottom fitted right inside my arm like that, and I could carry her in like that. And I remember her being sitting in my arm, not arms, one arm, and Now she's getting married. Whoosh. Crystal says I haven't thumped anybody since my 20s. Lynn says I always have my gold Celtic cross and chain around my neck. That's perfect, because that's your energy. That's your strength. That's your, you know exactly what you're doing. I think it's the air, because I haven't got a fan on here, and you can see I'm perspiring, so the air is making me a bit stuffy. So it's time for one of these. Be right back.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNtalkradio.com.
Woo! Yes, indeedy. So here we go. Let's go. So Lynn was talking about her Celtic cross, which is fantastic. My eldest daughter's landmarks is always deep breathe moment, and she's a lone twin in this lifetime. Always catches up to me. There should be two, says Dawn. Yes, definitely. That's when psychic attacks seem to be prevalent. Yes, indeedy. I'm drawn to crystals, a black amethyst, says Lynn, and a purple tiger eye. Purple tiger eye? No, a tiger eye is kind of like a browny goldy thing. I'm pretty confident there's no purple tiger eye, but hey, I'm up to learning. Debbie Westwood, hi Paul, hope you and your wife's doing well. Debbie, thank you very much for being here. And yes, she's in the other room chilling out with her feet up, and so she should. Baldu, yes, Dawn, it was Baldu Church. Yes, indeed. That place is dark, but we are lights, and I'll do everything I can. I heard that it had been taken over, Dawn, and turned into flats. Who would live in there? Hi, Paul. Drink water. Coming from a lovely person from Facebook. Can't see who you are. I'm really sorry. I'd love to see who you are and say hi to you. But thank you for being here nonetheless. Crystal says, my favorites are actually the crosses my dad used to make with horseshoe nails and colored wire. Perfect, because there's so much energy in there. So much energy, so much strength, so much love, so much focused purpose, divine energy. Absolutely perfect, Crystal. Debbie says, amazing, perfect. You can get blue, red, green, purple tiger eyes, says Dawn. I've never seen them. I only know the brown, yellow, and hence the name Tiger Eye. Crystal saying that she can't see anybody else's comments. That's weird. Can you all see your own comments, or can you? I know why, Crystal, because you're on Facebook. That's why. Go out of Facebook and join us in YouTube, and then you'll be able to see everybody else is there. That's why. It's Mary Reardon. Hi, Mary. And you and Mary, Crystal, and Sandra, come out of Facebook and come and join us on YouTube. I'm telling you what, I'm melting tonight. I am literally melting. Come and join us on YouTube. Flats, that's karma for all those non-local buyers right there. I certainly would not live in there. No way. I used to work in an amazing real life, proper, honest to God castle called Gosford, Gosford Castle, which is in Armagh in the north of Ireland. Google it later. And it used to be a hotel. And it was way back when I was young. Somebody just said drink water. Excuse me for sounding a bit sniffly. It's the heat. Anyway, so it was a hotel, a proper hotel, but it was a real, genuine castle. And I was a chef in there. And it got turned into flats. And the amount of ghost stories that I'm hearing coming from there is just nuts. I mean, literally nuts. Yeah, I've seen that. That's that crystal shop. It's kind of like on the little alleyway, the little avenue alongside of the cathedral. Is that the one you're talking about? I've been in there a few times. It's actually quite nice. There you go. She sneaks in the back door and she goes, now I see you, you sneaky personage. Crystal, if you joined us on YouTube and everybody else is just joining us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please forgive me for sounding like stuffy. It's because I've gotten really, really warm. If you all make sure, if you're on watching me through Facebook tonight, please, please, please subscribe to the show. It's all free of charge, and make sure you hit that little bell icon so that you've got a heads up of when we're going to do it again. I would love to get Crystal on a show and have Roger as well, for an example. We need to do something like that very, very soon. No, that's one. The other one is down on Key Street, left of the monument. Okay, I'll go and look for that. I haven't seen that one as yet, and I'll be in Truro tomorrow. Please forgive me for sounding unprofessional, but I've just become all stuffy. So I'll look for that. That's it's down on Key Street, left of the monument. I will definitely look for that tomorrow. I'll be up there. Johanna's having her hair done, so that means I've got like about an hour and a half to 2 hours of peace and quiet. You didn't hear me say that, all right? And if you do say it, I'll deny it. So come on, guys. I've got about literally 18 minutes left of the show. You guys got any questions for me? Let me give you a heads up about what's going to be happening when we've moved. The seminars that I've discussed are going to be done. We're going to be doing the seminars. Fantastic for new people who want to expand and start developing. Yes, absolutely, totally and utterly focused for them. But also and equally as good for people who are currently professionals or practicing psychics and mediums, because they don't always get the opportunity to get into lead meditations and discoveries of that nature. So if you are a professional medium, and it'd be equally as good to come on that seminar, meet your guides, because I'll take you there to a very, very special place that you probably won't have been through before, and you'll be able to intelligently converse with your guides by the end of the session. I promise you that. Where am I moving to? I'm moving. Well, a couple of places were happening. Okay, we've got a house in Ireland, but we have a house here in Cornwall, as you know. When we started looking at houses in Wales. So, if someone is evil in life, will their spirit be the same when they pass? There's kind of there is an understanding that the person who is, say, not too fantastic here, then doesn't become very fantastic over there. But that's not necessarily how it works. How it works is, if somebody has been, let's say, I've been a tyrant and a very evil, bullying, negative person and treated people terribly and committed murders and blah blah blah. When they cross over to the other side of life, they usually become a lot more frightened about what is in store for them. So they will be the ones who will not necessarily want to cross over. The opportunity for them to cross over is the same as everybody else's, because we come into the world the same way and we leave it the same way. But a lot of them don't want necessarily to go and follow the light and cross over to where they're supposed to go. So they tend to stay here because they're worried about, oh, listen, I was a killer, I was a murderer, I was a drug dealer, I was a bad person, blah, 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 blah. But very often the case is, irrespective of whether they don't cross over into the light, whether they just hang around, karma still has to be settled. Yes, karma still got to be settled. Am I trying out the Celtic lands? I'm Celtic, so there we go. I'm a bit unprofessional, says Sandra. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. Roger says, I'm always available for your show, brother. And there's always going to be a space on my show for you, my brother. Always. So, Emma, it's really down to retribution. You know, you can have somebody who was not necessarily that great, but as they're coming towards the end of their life, they give up their soul in a way that they're repentive, and they genuinely are repentive, and they will cross over, but that karma still has to be met. Okay. Law of attraction, says Arthur Crystal. Definitely, I'm absolutely focused on. You won't ever be able to convince me of otherwise. The law of attraction is very, very real. I'm not charging for the psychic stuff I do. Not yet, at least, says Sandra. Although I'm not against gifts or donations. Sandra, okay. Now let me just share something with you that I learned. Okay, because I was like you. Okay, I learned for initially when I was very like not for charging. I wanted to do it all for the betterment of humanity and so on and so forth. But however, you're talking to me tonight either through a computer or through a cell phone, through a tablet, through some sort of technical device. That technical device requires the purchase of the device. It then requires the purchase of the internet, requires the purchase of the power to make it all work. Okay, and those funds are got to come from somewhere. And in that, you've got to live, clothe, and live every day as normal people do. So my teacher said to me, Paul, you don't charge for what you do, you charge for your time. And once I learned that concept, I was able to deal with the guilt attached to charging. Now, here's another thing that I learned as well, Sandra. When I first started my professional career, I was charging something like $5 for a read. And I was getting a read here and a read there and so on and so forth. I wouldn't get very many reads, getting here and there. So I thought, well, okay, I'll charge $10 for a read, or pounds over here in the UK. And a few more reads started coming in. So, okay, I charge 15. More reads started coming in. I started charging £25 for readings. A lot of readings started coming in. I charged £55 for readings. I had a 3-month waiting list. Okay, which actually went up to 6 months. Okay, waiting list. Because even though you don't value yourself, other people value you through how much you value yourself. So going back to what I said, don't charge for what you do, but charge for your time, because it's your time out of your life that you're giving. Okay, and that has to be accounted for, because it's seconds, moments, minutes, and hours and days that you will never get back. Think about it that way. Valerie says, when is that show? It's going to be, actually, the seminar will be after I've moved home, and hopefully it's going to be in July. Oh, God. I'm so fed up of waiting, to be honest. Perspective of evil is a personal view, says Dawn. Yeah, that's up for debate. We're all yin and yang. Hey, Dawn. Crystal says we're all yin and yang. We're all... I first studied yin and yang when I studied Kung Fu. When I studied martial arts, and my Asian teacher taught me, he goes, let me just describe the balance, the perfect balance, the yin, the yang. And I said, okay. He said, well, if you look at the dark side of yin, and I said, yeah. He said, you notice there's a white dot. And I said, yep. He said, now you look at the white side of yin. I said, yeah. He said, you notice there's a black dot. I went, yeah, I got it. He said, in all perfection, there's imperfection. And I went, in all perfection, there is imperfection. And that's what keeps it balanced. And another way it was described to me, in all darkness is a little light, and in all light, there's a little darkness. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Miriam says, definitely count me in for this. Oh, listen, you guys, don't worry about it. I'll give you guys a massive heads up of when it's going to happen, so don't worry. I like that, Sandra. Now I charge too. Yeah. So don't be afraid to charge for your time, not necessarily for what you do. We can all be both. Choices are the gift that we get to find our best way. That's what we're born with. We're born of freedom of choice, free will. And that's what makes us. And when you're making or trying to find your way and trying to find sort of focus on where you want to go in life, I always say, have a look at what takes you to your goals, and then have a look at what takes you away from your goals, and make that your choice. So when you want to get closer to your goals, or do you want to move away from your goals? Which is it you want to do? Simple. I have a yin and yang tattoo in the base of my spine, and it has sunshine right in it. For some reason, before I got that, I have yin and yang tattoo on the. I nearly in my head went butt, and I was like, no, no, base of her spine. Only you, Don. Only you. So I got about 10 minutes, well, less than 10 minutes left, guys. So come on, keep them questions going, because your questions I'm glad to answer, but don't forget you're able to help lots of other people. I'm also certified in both hypnosis and Reiki, says Sandra. Fantastic. Well done. You go, girl. I charge for the stuff I'm certified to do. Then, yeah, that's a very clinical way of thinking about it, Sandra. You don't have to be clinical. I mean, if you did my training courses, for an example, my personal development 1, 2, 3, then you get certificated for each development course. So, if you want to call that. My favorite symbol. My favorite symbol. Do you know what? I'm going to sign I'm going to sign a wee bit sort of cheeky here and say my own. I have a symbol that it's actually P and F together, and the symbol looks really cool. And it was we did it one night. I did it by accident one night, and somebody wanted to meet. That is amazing. Who did that for you? And I just did it myself just now. They went, that's your perfect. That's your symbol, and it's P. But when you come down with the line like that and the P, the F goes across and through it like that, and it looks really cool. It's almost like the Prince symbol, that symbol that Prince did for himself. So I have to be honest and say, honestly, that's my policy. That's one of my favorite symbols. I like that. I really, really like that. I could go all on day on the other symbolisms, but that's one of I always say go with what you comes to mind when you ask a question, and that's what came to mind straight away. My symbol. Lynn says, I love to listen to you and learn so much as you have done over the years. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. I have the Violet Flame, Purple Heart, and Lemonscape Infinity symbol and tattoos. Oh, you little tattoo person, you. Sandra, if you could connect visually with someone's love, would that be worth, what would that be worth? Yeah, it's cool. We use the Tree of Life as our symbol as well. I actually created the Tree of Life, but in the shape of a goddess for Johanna, and she said that's the symbol I want for our company. So that's cool. Wow. I love all Celtic symbols. I have to be honest and say I love the Celtic symbols. The never-ending knot, that all that stuff. I like the Celtic symbols; they're very, very cool. Me too. I want to sign up. Yeah, don't worry, you get the opportunity. Love the Tree of Life with Crystal. So listen, you guys gonna have don't forget you got some cool things happening over the weekend. Unfortunately I'm not going to see you all because I'm going to be slightly busy. And here in the UK, it's Father's Day on Sunday, so I've got my daughter I'm giving away on Saturday. She has another sort of additional party on the Sunday, but I don't know if I'm going to be at it because it's Father's Day. But on Saturday, if you guys aren't doing anything on Saturday, don't forget you've got Roger and Faye with This Mug's for You, and that'll be around about 4:30 p.m. UK time. Make sure you're around for that. I won't be, obviously, because I'm flat out busy with the wedding, but I will try and take a few pictures and get them on Facebook so you guys can see what's going on. My dad was in the band Celtic Mist. Oh, there you go. Get in there. Get in there. Randy. Hi, Randy. Welcome. Paul, what was the profound event or experience that led you to your spirit quest? Meeting my great uncle, Randy, in my grandmother's sitting room, him chatting to me and patting me on the head. However, he had crossed 20 years before I was born. And I never forgot that. But my path to becoming a professional medium was tainted because, and where I come from in Ireland, my uncle was a bishop. So it was kind of like really, I'd never heard about psychics and mediums until I come to this country. And then all of a sudden the doorways and the floodgates opened and whoosh, I'm in front of everybody doing everything. And all of a sudden I'm on TV, loads and loads of things. So they basically, when I was in Ireland, they were training me. And then they trained me some more here. Then they put me in front of the right teacher. And then the doors also started opening, literally. So lovely to see you guys. Let's not got about 5 minutes left. Any more questions, please? I want crying red face, not snot everywhere. Profound daddy pics. Thanks for that. Not crying. You want professional dad, right? Pride professional dad. That's what you want. You don't want crying red face. That will not happen. Have a great wedding and Father's Day weekend. Thank you so very much. Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much. The Fair Isle Folk Band. Yeah, all Irish music get going, rock in there. Sandra, cool. I'm a musician of 62 years and played with Freddie Fender, says our pal Roger. Great show, says Randy. Thank you so very, very much. Well, listen, remember, if it's to be, it's up to me. If you want it to happen, it's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you. Whatever you're going to put in as energy and effort, you'll get back as energy and effort. If you put in a concept based upon negativity, then don't be surprised when negativity finds you. Everything is achievable. You just got to want it badly enough. Alrighty? Listen, thank you for always being there. Thank you for always following me. And thank you to Roger and Faye for covering for me for the last week or so. I really appreciate you guys. And I will see you all next week. I'm going to have a very, very busy weekend. And I'll see you all after the weekend. But don't forget Roger and Faye on Saturday. And don't forget Michelle and Amelia right after my show tonight. Until I see you again, look out for each other. Oh, listen, there's what Valerie says. I'm Cherokee. And we use the Tree of Life. I'm one of my guides is Blackfoot. And his name is Blackfoot as well, by the way. So listen, come and see me on Monday night, 8 p.m. UK time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. Come and join me for Reach Across Live, and let's have a bit of fun. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon. And don't forget to communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. And remember to take time out every day just for you. Just for you. All right? See you all very, very soon. Good night. God bless. Thanks for your time. And be happy. It is that simple. Be happy.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNtalkradio.com.